Soon find out.
I don't know, it's weird. IBUYPOWER has a mixed history on Inferno. They've won in the regular season with it, but they've also lost in overtime to Homeless in it during the regular season, which is kind of surprising. It's also the map that Recursive was able to beat them on to eliminate them from DreamHack Winter, but it's also a map they've done really well on against teams like Complexity in the 10-year anniversary tournament, as well as, you know, DaZeD and company were pretty good on it at some of the last LAN events that we've had. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure what to expect. I've seen them do really well on this map. I've seen them get crushed on it, so we'll just have to see what team shows up today.
All right, so let's look at it for IBUYPOWER. Starting off on CT side, it is composed of Anger, AZK, adreN, DaZeD, and Skadoodle. And for United5, we got an XP3, TM, Moses, Warden, and Storm. As we're looking at this pistol round underway, guys are kind of holding it slowly here towards the banana as they're going to try to go for an archway to B split, and never checked Cubby as DaZeD got 2 easy kills as they're trying to push through. So that means nobody's going to rotate across right now for IBUYPOWER. TM's going to have to try to get an opening kill against Anger right now inside construction, who decides to fall back. Actually, Anger is playing that by himself. That's actually quite interesting right now, as here comes a rotation from the CT side. The bomb is planted in the back of the fountain. Anger waiting for his teammates for construction. But here is that setup. One guy at New Box, one guy at Emo, and we also have TM trying to hold banana as Warden gets picked off. Actually, it was Warden trying to hold banana, gets killed by AZK, and we're trying to move in right now. Can we hold it for TM and Moses? TM gets the first kill. Anger moving in right now, dropping Moses. TM stuck inside the corner, but Skadoodle moves in, gets the easy frag, and the full kit defuse comes in for Anger, and pistol round is won by IBUYPOWER.
Literally the same pattern, right? U5 takes sides, gets a plant, IBUYPOWER able to retake in the end anyway. That was actually a really good strategy. I like they smoked off right side mid. They even mollied it to make sure no one could press through the smoke without getting damaged.
But nobody checked Cubby.
Yep. And so they lost a couple of players in that process. DaZeD, I think he got 2 frags there.
Yep.
And that kind of slowed things down. But Anger actually got put in a 1 versus 3 situation, and he stayed alive for a really long time, really allowing that rotation to come in. So I really liked Anger. Maybe didn't get the crazy frags, but he was able to hold his own and allow his team to rotate for a proper retake. So good discipline there.
Yeah, at least from where he was playing, it was actually, if anybody's going to try to push towards construction after getting the bomb plant down, he would be there and get an angle shot. But by knowing that nobody pushed in towards construction, he could actually let his teammates know, guys, these guys are still holding inside the B bomb site, so you don't have to worry about construction. Just look at your angles when you're pushing inside B to try to retake.
Looks like U5 is going to eco up mid this round. A lot of smokes up, though, and a good crossfire here from adreN and AZK playing pretty aggro. adreN will step out the response, gets 1 kill. They're trying to chase him. Storm will take him down, but AZK on the other end able to get 1 kill. But Moses with another pistol frag, and maybe an eco victory here. They picked up a couple of FAMASs. Skadoodle alone. Skadoodle steps out the graveyard, able to get 1 M4 frag, and Moses is now your last man standing. He does, in fact, have the FAMAS at mid.
And he ran back and forth to try to pick up that bomb and never was able to pick it up.
Yeah, so now he's going to get caught by Anger there at Arches, and U5 making the round a bit interesting, but a good hold by Skadoodle, and good plays here from adreN and company to hold on to that one anyway.
Yeah, so getting a bomb plant down on the pistol round and getting 2 kills on the second round on that eco, they will be in a position to be able to buy full AKs, full armor, almost full nades here for all players of United5. But this is going to be possibly a drop coming in. I think we might have had a drop for one of the players here for IBUYPOWER, but they have to win this round because adreN is down at 0. 0 money left in the bank right now in this round. So are they going to go for maybe a boost on the top of the logs? Let's just look at it right now. No, they're just going to try to creep up. We do have Anger playing out in the open, though. Just on the top of the ledge here by Generator. He's going to spot him. He lines up too. He's down to 6 HP, and that forces a TK from TM onto Warden. But then Storm moves in, and TK's TM. Did that really happen?
Goodness.
Now these guys are broke as a joke. They have to get this round. At least they both retaliate with kills. So Storm gets 1, TM got 1. So that's at least what's $300 back in the bank. But man, that was bad. Here comes a rotation from the CT side. XP3 holding it down though inside construction. He's gonna try to go 1v1 against AZK inside. He's so low on health and he manages to get picked off by AZK. Now down to a 2 versus 1. A molly being thrown just a little bit too late. Storm gives away his position. They both peek at the same time. AZK looks back down towards Generator, gets a kill into Storm. Knows that Moses is at New Box. He's pushing in. 3 bullets left with the M4, but Moses gets the kill. So that was a nail-biting round because it was basically a 7-on-3 situation for IBUYPOWER and United5 against United5.
Yeah, that was, I very rarely see 2 TKs in a row like that on a push, so that was definitely pretty insane, but they still wound up winning the round, so yep. I guess all's well that ends well, but the money situation certainly stinks. for some of the players on that team. So that's something they might have to worry about a little bit later, though.
That's not so bad because they forced IBUYPOWER on a save by winning that round. So at least those TKs, it could still be reset from the way things are right now. But of course, they could have been guns that they could have used for this round.
Right on. So it looks like we do see U5 fully bought up with the exception of a Galil on TM, but other than that, they're looking pretty sharp. Of course, IBUYPOWER on the eco after that loss. Anger soloing B. We got a 4-man stack at A for IBUYPOWER, 2 towards the Moto Arch area, and I think they have 2 inside the pit with AZK and Skadoodle. So if U5 decides to go banana, this is probably going to be a pretty clean, easy round, and it seems like most of them are heading in that general direction right now. Warden, TM, and Moses all gathering up there at the entry of banana. XP3 and Storm also making their way, so Anger is going to be hit with the 5-man rush here in just a second, so we'll keep our eyes on him and see if maybe he can pick up a frag or two while his team makes a rotation through CT spawn. But so far, it's going to be a long rotation because U5 hasn't made any noise yet. Finally making noise. Anger will be able to make the call now, but I don't know if it'll come in time, as Anger is going to just kind of play new box as long as he can, look for a free kill here, but so far it's not coming. U5 doing a great job of wrapping around the site. Anger tries to catch TM, but he is going to get killed himself instead. A good smoke up on CT spawn. And IBUYPOWER is probably just going to hold on to their 250s and 5.7s that they have and just not allow U5 any more money for frags. And at least that's going to be their goal.
It's funny that they're actually lining up as a train. They all followed each other outside of A. They all followed each other inside of Boiler. They all follow each other outside of Window. And they're just looking for exit kills right now with a 4-man stack on the banana side. But as you can see on United5, everybody's going towards CT side. So this is going to be a great round for United5 against IBUYPOWER here. IBUYPOWER, though, nonetheless, they're able to save a few bucks with adreN, going with the P250 small armor and 2 5.7s for AZK and DaZeD. So the bomb goes off. Score is now a 2-2.
That is in fact the case, and like you said, they're at least able to save some pistols, and adreN was able to save armor there. And also, like I said, they didn't give any extra money to U5 for exit kills and stuff like that, so that was good too.
Yeah, so a forced buy coming in for IBUYPOWER. So you got Skadoodle with the FAMAS. adreN, even though he was able to save, still only had about 2,900 left, I think. So he bought a lot of nades, full nades, and they're going to play aggressively right now with Anger at the point. Here comes a few nades being lobbed. He's going to go for a shutter flash here from the fence and possibly peek out after. No, after they saw nobody pushing in from United5, they decide to hold it back and just hold their nades for now. But it's still going to be a battle here for Moses against these two players. He looks back, sees the first one, gets the headshot. Doesn't line up for the second one, but turns around with a 180 headshot onto Anger, as Anger couldn't connect with his spray of the M4 against Moses, making B open for business again for United5 to commit. Smoke coming in for the CT spawn, counter smoke coming in as well inside banana from the CT side as they're pushing through, and adreN was able to get one onto Warden. Skadoodle retaliates onto TM, who got the kill onto adreN. So it's now a 2-on-2 situation. So still a very winnable round for IBUYPOWER. Skadoodle, but rushing through the smoke, down to 14 HP, spam through the smoke. AZK runs through the smoke as well. Lines up against XP3, who manages to survive with 9 HP, but still gets the kill onto AZK. Another round where it came down to one survivor, but United5 takes the lead with a 3-2 score.
It's actually their first lead in the map so far this series, so I'm curious if they can hold on to it. They certainly need to win this map to press to a map 3, otherwise they'll be heading to the lower bracket, where I believe they'll be playing against Mousebaz. So this is definitely an important map for United5 to try to win. IBUYPOWER is going to be on an eco this round. Looks like I see some 250s and stuff like that. So this is certainly a semi-dangerous round still for U5. Those
2 flashes for adreN.
Damage.
So he's flashing from the B side to let Anger push out. A second one should be thrown, maybe for him to peek out right after. But a shutter flash is being thrown by United5 to just try to hold it back for a bit.
Yeah, like you said, DaZeD and Anger now going to go for the peek. They do spot one, I think, Warden at logs, but they're just going to fall back. They notice there's a lot of presence there, so they're not going to actually attempt anything here. Actually, DaZeD and adreN gambling a bit. They're going back to that 1-4 setup they do on pistol rounds, where they have 4 towards A and Anger just playing solo at the new box. Last time around, Anger gets caught, and U5 is able to win the round pretty handedly, but we'll see if U5 makes the same decision. It seems like Storm's bringing that bomb apartments. So IBUYPOWER actually feasibly has the best positioning they could ask for to try to win this eco round with the 250s, unless U5 can snip it off and fall back. But we're just going to watch this unfold as we see Team and Moses wrapping around mid. There's 2 on the balcony, 2 by the site. This is going to be dangerous. Moses going to receive some gunfire here. Storm able to get 1 kill. adreN, though, with the 250 kill. TM and Warden coming in, and they will still overpower this eco here. Luckily. Great play by TM. Anger will be on the rotation with the 250. Maybe he'll look for an exit to try to grab a gun. But either way, United5 will go ahead and extend that lead 4-2. And they're doing pretty good on their own map so far.
Yeah, so at this point, though, 4-on-1 situation, Anger's pretty much going to die or be able to save his P250, but the score is still going to be 4-2 in favor of United5. So while we're waiting to see how this is going to pan out, I hope you guys don't mind for me to go in the overhead view to show you guys basically what they kind of did. They had AZK in the back here with the 2 flashes that they bought, or that he bought at the beginning of the round. Anger does get a kill onto TM, so let me just get out of that. Is he going to be able to get an AK out of that? He will. The bomb will go off, and that's it. But just to continue, by having him set up right here, they actually had Anger, and I forgot who was over here. I think it was DaZeD. So by flashing over, they shutter flashed right over here so that Anger could try to peek out first. The first one was thrown so that they could get into position here, but the second one was thrown so that Anger could peek out. When Anger peeked out, these guys are strafed across, and like you said, they gambled back towards the A site to actually give the advantage right now, or make them think that they're stacking towards the B bomb side. Speaking about IBUYPOWER, now United5 was like, okay, well maybe they're doing that. We're gonna try to fake it as well. We're gonna throw flashes into B and work back towards A. But at the same time, they fell into their own trap.
This
but
is
at least
really quick A strat here.
The
it's
AKs.
gonna be. Oh, is this? No, they're not setting up the smoke. It's just going to be a 3-2 hit here through mid. But Skadoodle holding it down with the M4. AZK with the pair of frags. Moses now in a 1 versus 3. Great hold so far from IBUYPOWER. We'll see if Moses can try to bring it back. It looks like he should be able to at least get the bomb plant.
Yeah, easily.
And he will, in fact, get that at the default location. There's a couple of CTs at Moto, and Anger is going to be on the rotation here through mid. Moses will go for Anger first here as he does spot him, throwing some gunfire down. Has to worry about DaZeD and company moving around the other side. Able to take down Anger. Now angling out. Gets another kill on the DaZeD. Could Moses clutch this? It's a 1 versus 1. adreN has an op. He's going to try to peek out here. He drops the op, picks up a rifle, but Moses with a good nade placement there does some damage. adreN forced to fall back a bit, but adreN gets the kill anyway, and he should get this defuse as well. But Moses did, in fact, make that pretty interesting, quite a nail-biter round, and adreN will just barely wait.
He's going to win.
No, he didn't. Moses comes up with the clutch, a 3K round, 1 versus 3, and I have learned that I am awful at judging this bomb.
But at the same time, you heard how loud Moses just screamed. I think himself, he was surprised that he actually won that 3 versus 1. It came in close. I mean, I was going to say pros don't fake, but this time it was a fake by AZK. Throwing that smoke and tapping it actually forced Moses to peek out and just at least try to spam through the smoke, thinking that he was full diffusing. But he actually pushed on the left side, knowing where his opponent's going to be. He's actually going to be able to see first through that the vision that you have more towards the side of the smokes to get that kill onto Moses. But like you said, it came down to the wire. He couldn't get the defuse because he didn't have a kit, and Moses won that 3 versus 1 to put IBUYPOWER in a position to force buy. No kits right now except for Anger. Very low armor, or should I say just regular low armor for AZK, adreN, and DaZeD, but at least they have full Colts and M4s right now for IBUYPOWER against United5 this round. Looking at United5 this part, though, they're creeping up here. 1 at couch, 2 guys up mid, and they're going to try to get those smokes and flashes for the right side connector to maybe commit towards the left side at fast lane. So let's see, because the bomb is inside the hallway, we should be committing towards truck side. Storm's inside the hallway. Moses is looking towards the left. No, they smoked it for archway to try to get the shots there. TM saving his teammates that they were blinded. Gets the headshot onto adreN, onto Moto. They spot 1 inside pit. I don't think they know that AZK is inside pit as well, but they're overtaking this site. They're still holding it. They now know that 2's inside the site. AZK finally gets picked off here by Warden, but just like that, it's a 2-on-2 situation. The bomb has yet to get picked up. Warden is stuck inside the pit. They smoke it out towards Moto, giving it a chance for DaZeD to push out. But now Warden still waiting to cross over. Good flashes being thrown right now by Moses to give a chance for Warden to move out. Now he's going to plant deep inside the site. Here comes the flashes being thrown. So they hear 2 flashes. They get lined up the first headshot onto Anger. DaZeD is going to be last man standing. Moves in. Trying to spam, still thinking that somebody's inside the pit, so he has no idea that Moses is hidden deep inside the site, so they're going to play the bait game. He jumps on the top, and Moses comes out around the corner and picks him off, and that's going to be a 5-2 score in favor of United5. And IBUYPOWER should be on a save unless they go for a forced FAMAS buy.
Yeah, United5's doing really, really well here on the T side. They've been able to win the past 6 rounds in a row, actually. I mean, they lost those first couple rounds in the pistol section, but ever since they bought 3rd round, they've been on a roll. So it's up to IBUYPOWER to try to shut that down, but U5 is playing some beautiful Counter-Strike right now, doing a great job across the board. They're winning the clutch situations this time as opposed to cash. They're losing most of the clutches. So certainly a turnaround here for United5 as they're keeping this close. As we do see Moses' team and Warden exercising a little bit of banana control here. Storm just kind of holding apartments. XP3 and Moses are kind of floating mid as well. DaZeD and Anger are playing this initial aggression, but they usually fall off of it. So I will see what happens here as Warden and TM start to creep up. Warden will creep up. He does spot DaZeD, but DaZeD gets killed with Famas, and Anger trades out with the M4 as well. So a great banana defense here to open things off with IBUYPOWER. This means that U5 has a decision to make. Do they want to try to hit banana again, or will they go for A? Then it seems like Moses and XP3 are considering the mid route instead. Skadoodle and AZK playing double pit area. adreN playing Moto. In fact, Skadoodle is actually going to be on the balcony, just kind of watching the apartment's doorway. As XP3 Moses and Moses and XP3 are trying to go up our side, but adreN is here with the Famas. Will spot it, does quite a bit of damage. A nice pop flash too to retreat into the site. As XP3 still trying to wrap around a bit, but Moses is bringing that bomb back to banana with Storm. So they're trying to throw a bit of a fake, but Anger and DaZeD nevertheless. So it's going to be an even situation here with the 2-on-2. And I love the crossfire that Anger and DaZeD have. It's really, really good for holding passive in the site. This fountain dark box area as well as new box, they can easily get the crossfire here. So we'll see how it goes, or if Moses can light him up. He is peeking out. DaZeD fires some shots here around the fountain. Does get the kill, gets the bomb down, but Storm retaliates with an AK kill of his own. Can Anger hold on? We'll see if he can. Storm tries to just go for the plant, I guess not realizing two were there the whole time. So I realized the mentality, let's just get the bomb plant money since we're probably going to lose this round, but Anger was waiting, lurking there in the back, and is able to prevent the plant and finally get around after 6 losses in a row for IBUYPOWER.
You know, the crossfire, like you mentioned, was a nice one, but if they actually did have any shutter flashes to lob inside the B side, DaZeD was totally blinded from there. But I guess them knowing a little bit the situation after the round has played out towards the end of the round, they might not have any flashes left in the bank, so it was a bit safer for him to play that position. Shutter nades being lobbed at the beginning of this round right now, but that's not really going to hurt anybody. Anger down to 94, forcing back inside the B site. But looks like these guys are just going to try to spam across. Speak about United5 towards alt middle to try to go for an A push for now, unless they try to go for a fake inside. But with XP3 boosting inside the window, committing to look into the bedroom, they are going to try to look to commit towards this A bomb site and win it against AZK, Skadoodle, and adreN. Here comes the first flash being thrown. They are wrapping around again. adreN this time with an M4 instead of a Famas. He's going to go for that shutter flash, but he's going to peek with it this time. He looks out. Look at that. Warden totally blinded. Moses totally blinded. And TM is right there across, and he's able to fall back with 100 HP. Meanwhile, AZK inside this pit will be able to see Storm. Skadoodle inside the site, getting the kill onto TM towards Moto, and Moses still gets the kill onto adreN, and there you go. XP3 falling down. They drop the bomb carrier. Moses last man standing, and that is a great hold by IBUYPOWER on the A site.
Yeah, adreN's just doing a great job of playing this Moto area right in front of Library. It allows him to get information on arch side mid, but also get away and rely on his rotation from B to cut off a CT spawn split by the T side. At the same time, Skadoodle, and I believe that's AZK, have really been favoring this double pit type setup where either they're both in pit or one's in balcony and one's in pit. And it's very hard to execute truck side mid when you have a Moto player watching you cross and 2 players towards the pit. So that's something that U5 might want to adjust to, maybe more strong arch side pushes or something like that as a potential item, or if they can just catch Anger and DaZeD on the aggression banana and get those picks, that's also an option for them as well. So we'll just have to see what happens here. It's going to be an eco round, so this is likely an opportunity for IBUYPOWER to try to tie this thing back up or at least get close to it. But we've seen eco victories in the past, so I don't want to guarantee give the victory here to IBUYPOWER, but with only 1 250 and 4 Glocks for U5, it's pretty unlikely. Looks like they are trying to exercise control of mid yet again. IBUYPOWER usually playing passive and giving it up with DaZeD rotating arch. That's exactly what they're doing this time. DaZeD getting 2 frags here, looking for more. Going to take a lot of damage though and just fall back and allow adreN to kind of clean up. He'll get 1, and then AZK will rotate around Parch to get 1 as well, and that'll be the end of the round. So 5-6, IBUYPOWER starting to stage a bit of a comeback, winning the last 3 rounds in a row. Yeah,
safe round that happened though the last round for United5. They actually didn't even buy any armor at all. They just went for full Glocks to try to commit with to save some money for full nades in this round. Moses still very low here, so they're going to go with AK-47 armor with no nades. But at this point, I don't know if that means... Oh, there you go. They have full nades. They have lots of flashes too, so I don't know if they're going to try to go for a quick pick towards B with the aggressiveness of Anger, as you mentioned before, with DaZeD here does. But it seems as though they're just trying to look to see if anybody's going to peek aggressively at middle. But nobody has done that for the beginning of this game so far, or should I say of this map so far for IBUYPOWER. And actually this time they're just going to try to creep up without any flashes. A counter smoke comes in though from the CT side. TM gets a touchdown nade there onto adreN as they're looking back. Already they're catching IBUYPOWER off guard in this rotation because they're so far behind. They never thought that, Skadoodle never thought that his teammate has fallen down or EZK has fallen back towards Porch side. They're trying to get this frag, but EZK is lining up 3 kills. DaZeD on the rotation just like that. It is a 3-on-1 situation as EZK goes to work on that round as he got a big 4K. That shouldn't have ended it like that.
Yeah, AZK showed us there what he can do when he's at his peak, when he's playing to his full potential. The dude used to be a dominant operator source, was probably one of the best, and has been a rifler strictly and go pretty much the whole time after the dynamic CSGO days. And right there, he single-handedly prevented U5 from getting A control. I mean, they got adreN stuck in closet, got that kill. All of a sudden, there's only 2 left at A. DaZeD is pretty far away on the rotate, but AZK single-handedly gets a kill at truck side, turns around, sprays 2 down wrapping moto, and DaZeD is able to then rotate to library and kind of close out the round with AZK's help. So huge play from AZK from IBUYPOWER to tie up the game. That really probably shouldn't have happened, just like you stated. But U5 drops the ball a little bit on that round that allows IBUYPOWER to tie it up, and that's the exact type of morale crusher or momentum shift that could ruin U5's potential win here on this map, even though they've looked so strong early on in this first half. But it's still anybody's game. But it looks like IBUYPOWER might catch their first lead unless an eco comes in from U5. But adreN is not going to have it here at the Arch side. He's able to get a kill there. DaZeD able to rotate around as well and pick up a frag. The bomb's actually going B, but Anger is still here, and he's playing the smoke pretty well. Here comes the rush. He's just going to spray down with the mouse one. Catches both those frags. No bomb plant for U5. So it is IBUYPOWER taking the lead for the first time this map at 7-6.
You know, I mentioned that, well, actually, it's the second time they take the lead, right? Because they won the pistol. But let's look, AZK at 16-7. And I think that was adreN that was peeking towards middle. I've mentioned at the beginning of this map, nobody was really peeking towards middle that time. This time, adreN decided to do it. Caught one off guard, got the kill. So they're trying to change the way that they're playing their CT side so far. Anger a little bit late coming out of his spawn. Same thing for AZK right now. I don't know if there was a little bit of miscommunication going on there at the beginning of the round. But TM is nonetheless is going to move up here towards this B bomb site with his teammates. Bomb is dropped intentionally, so they're just going to try to hopefully get a pick off here towards the middle area or towards B, and then decide to switch over to B towards or A. But look at that, massive nades, massive spamming, putting XP3 down to 5 HP. Warden trying to move up, trying to get a frag here on the left side. Looking towards Cubby, it's going to be clear. As adreN is playing his spot again, falling back inside the site, nading towards Porch, peeking back out, and here comes that flash. Is it going to work for a second time? No, because he missed it. But a smoke was lobbed as well to prevent United5 from getting anything done towards Moto side. Meanwhile, we have picked up the bomb. We're going to try to work towards the B bomb site. Forcing right now Anger and DaZeD to stay back inside CT spawn as we're wrapping across. This is going to be a high-low stack that's going to hurt United5. Warden running into a wall of bullets. Storm doing the same thing, down to 19 HP, and he is dead. Just like that, it's a 5-on-3 situation. XP3, 5 HP, trying to keep things alive, praying to God that no nade will fall inside of the pool to dispatch him. Bomb has been planted. So it's a new box emo hold again for United5 for the rest of for the other two guys. Here comes XP3, totally blinded, gets killed by AZK, never really turned around either. So this is going to be hard right now for United5 to hold it. They throw a molly as well to try to force them out. They're all so low, down to a 2-on-1. Moses alive, still holding inside this smoke, trying to stay alive, and he spammed through. And he stays alive, runs across, and adreN picks him off with the USP. And the defuse will come in with AZK 1 HP remaining. I thought from him staying alive through that smoke after that spray, I thought it was game over right there and he'd be able to clutch it. But we're moving down to the last round of the first half, and IBUYPOWER has taken the lead by 2 with an 8-6 score.
I actually like U5's strat that round. Sad that they lost it anyway. They baited so many grenades from DaZeD and Anger early on, which pretty much eliminated any counter nades from DaZeD and Anger at B. And they get through Arch with 2 players unscathed for the most part and 3 applying banana. But Anger and DaZeD hold construction together, kill the 2 players coming CT spawn, allow that rotation to come in. Once again, this is a theme of IBUYPOWER having very strong retakes, especially the way they orchestrate their grenades as they try to re-enter the site and take it. And U5 has struggled with that since map 1, to be honest. So it's kind of a pattern that we're seeing here where IBUYPOWER, you know, are doing poorly against U5's executes, but then they're retaking anyway. So it's just good play from both sides, really. It just seems like IBUYPOWER is getting the better of it there at the end of the round. But certainly a close game here once again, as we do see U5 stacking up at banana, all 5 members actually this time. And they all do have AKs and lots of grenades. So I think this is going to be a B hit, but Dave's going to throw a nice molly there. Dave's just going to spray with the AK. He gets one kill, looking for more, but Storm gets him, but he gets a molly frag, and TM takes out Anger. So U5 does once again have control of the site, will get the plant, but can they hold? They haven't been able to do that a whole lot. It's been a lot of retakes from IBUYPOWER, so we'll see if that will change here. U5 would love to have this round. They've already had a pretty successful T-side half, if you ask me, but they'd love to try to make it close. But once again, the retake from IBUYPOWER is so powerful, and here it comes yet again. The way that they retake with these grenades and the shots that they are hitting, U5 is just not being able to hold the sites that it's like they're getting the prize that they want, and then they're just dropping it. It kind of stinks, but it's still a close game. It's still anyone's game at this point. If U5 wins the pistol, we're probably at a 9-9 scoreline unless there's an eco. So just like last map, it's hard to predict this second half, but IBUYPOWER wins quite a few rounds in a row there at the end.
Yeah, 9-6 is our final score, and quite a few rounds actually got reset, but they won quite a few rounds in a row, actually, because we mentioned that they took the lead for the second time this game, so it could have been a 7-6, and then they won 3 rounds in a row then to finish this 9-6 in the first half. But a map like Inferno, still very balanced in my opinion. This could be good for United5 if they get this pistol round to tie it up 9-9 and see how it's going to pan out for the end of this game. But IBUYPOWER, like you said, are playing very well with the retakes and using the mollies to their advantages, because a site like B, when you're actually holding after a bomb plant, you usually see a guy new box and a guy at emos. They're just flaming those areas, forcing them out of position and out in the open because there's not really anywhere else that they can hide. But pistol round is now going to start here, Dust.
Also, be on the lookout for U5 to play a little bit more aggressively in the apartments. I've kind of noticed that trend sometimes. They could play passive like IBUYPOWER did, but watch out for maybe some different looks from the CT side that might make things a bit more interesting early on. As we do see IBUYPOWER geared up for a mid hit, and it'll be fast. And there's really no one there. It's Pit, Sight, and Moto for the CT side. Excuse me, that's Moses and Library, actually. So really passive CT setup. We will see the Terror start wrapping. They are going to hit Arch. Warden is here to try to hold it off on top of this gazebo, but he will drop down. Terrace just trying to hold control of CT spawn right now, and Warden trying to hold him off, but the shots from IBUYPOWER doing substantial damage, but he gets the bomb down anyway, and TM and Storm come in with a couple of frags. So the bomb is actually down. Storm with another one. I don't know how IBUYPOWER dropped the ball on this one. They looked pretty sharp on that take, but
couldn't get the shots onto Warden.
Yeah, Warden was able to stay alive for so long. He actually got the bomb down.
Had time to defuse on top of that.
Yeah.
I mean to reload.
Yeah, and then Storm was able to rotate at the same time. So just, you know, honestly dropping the ball by IBUYPOWER, unable to eliminate Warden, and then it allows time for the rotation from U5. And this round will likely go to U5 unless adreN can be the miracle man here, as he is just kind of stuck in construction right now, just trying to see if he can spot any CTs anywhere he goes. He doesn't want to save, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was sure somebody was inside construction. He was looking towards that angle the whole time, and now he's just trying to pick him up. But with 18 seconds left on the clock, these guys are playing the clock. You can see U5 letting him run back. Smoke being thrown as well. And he's still going to try to pick up the bomb. I don't know why. There's 10 seconds left. So then TM kills him. I don't think he was looking at the time.
Yeah, that probably, and also I think he doesn't want to live past the timer going off and then die afterwards. That's another thing to think about. You want to die before that round ends when you're a terrorist. Don't want to get stuck with that $0. As the score is now 9-7. Like I said, it's a very potential 9-9 situation unless IBUYPOWER actually does buy some grenades in 250. So we could see some type of planned eco strat that could or could not work. They ecoed it in the first map, so maybe they can do it here again.
Yeah. Let's see if it actually is going to be the case. So they do have P250 armors. They're trying to look back towards Banana with adreN, trying to peek it out first, but this time XP3 and Warden are not playing it aggressively. They actually had XP3 push up all the way towards car of the Banana hallway to try to get any pickoffs, but after that, they're just playing a little bit more safe because they know that the aim of IBUYPOWER is on point right now, and it could turn in their favor just like that if they're trying to overcommit this time. So they hear a few footsteps and know adreN is there. adreN is just baiting around with them as they're maybe, I don't know if they're trying to sell a fake to work towards A. No, DaZeD is making his way back towards middle pit with his teammates, including the bomb carrier. So I think they're just going to try to go for a 5-man push inside this B bomb site. And it might work. They have two smokes, one from DaZeD to smoke towards CT spawn, one possibly from AZK to smoke towards Garden. There you go. And the rest of them, 3 flashes being lobbed, and here we go, pushing inside. AZK still manages to get the kill onto XP3. They blind Warden, they're pushing him in towards Oranges to get the kill as well. And just like that, it's a 5-on-3 situation, but 3 of them are very low, so it's still winnable right now for United5 to retake. But on to IBUYPOWER's advantage, they also have 2 FAMASs that they picked up before. AZK with that FAMAS that he picked up gets the headshot into Moses. Storm rotating across, finally gets AZK, getting the second one onto Skadoodle. DaZeD onto TM. Storm is the last man remaining, 3 versus 1. Bomb is ticking on that, clock is ticking on that bomb, sorry. He takes one at oranges, but then DaZeD goes in for the bait, and the eco comes in for Team IBUYPOWER, and Storm couldn't get that ace clutch like Steel did, like Sobo did, and it's going to be a 10-7 score in favor of IBUYPOWER.
Yeah, like I said, watch out for the eco. They're really plausible now at that 250 buy, especially with the grenades that they had. I think people will look back at this demo and be like, those were some really cool flashbangs, because what it did was it shutter flashed XP3. XP3 was so blind, and AZK was only partialed, so he was able to get the kill on XP3 to open it up, and then they just swarmed with numbers on the remaining person at B, and then they're able to grab some FAMASs from that exchange, and from there, they're able just to do a better job of holding the site post-plant than U5 was able to do in the first half. And DaZeD, oh my goodness, a nice headshot there at Banana to open up the round. XP3 is still in the area, but down to this 33 HP. Of course, this is an eco for U5. They bought FAMAS's last round and lost, so they're forced here to eco. They may even be forced to double eco. That's a situation we've seen before with this team. That is the perils of being ecoed, is that you might have to double eco. As this round is still got a lot of time left on it. U5 has rotated all their members actually to B. There's 4 players there. That's actually where IBUYPOWER is going. So this could maybe pan out. I don't know. AZK just going to unload, though, and adreN will get a kill as well. Storm, your last man standing at the spools. Kind of waiting it out. Tries to go for a kill on Skadoodle, but that's not going to come to fruition. So IBUYPOWER now up 11-7. And like I said, U5 has a decision to make. Do we force FAMASs or do we double eco?
Yeah, at that point, that last round, IBUYPOWER played it very slowly at the same time, though. That gave actually enough time for United5 to rotate back and stack a 4-man inside the B bomb site. But P2Ks actually for United5 didn't actually pay off against IBUYPOWER. They couldn't get any kills, although they were still able to stack on our rotation after. And you mentioned, was it going to be a gamble? No, it's going to be a save. 5 P250s, 3 grenades, but Storm pushed aggressively out towards Banana. A 3-man push towards the area. They're going to spot adreN. They're going to spot AZK. AZK and adreN drop 2 together, and then they're pushing down towards the hallway. Anger down to 13 HP, trying to get a shot here, and Moses is the last man standing. And he's jumping on the top of the window room to try to get a kill inside the lower holes of A. But again, only 1 casualty, though, for IBUYPOWER on that save round against United5.
Yes, this is a crucial round here for the CT side. They have enough money to buy this time, and they're going to rifle up all the way. And they're going to go down to about just a few $100s a piece. So they could still force next round if they lose here, but it's likely they'd have to eco if they want to still be able to buy full armor and nades and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see. This round's really important for U5, not only for the money situation, but because of the momentum shift. IBUYPOWER is doing such a great job right now. They're up 12-7. That's a 5-round deficit here for United5. And IBUYPOWER wins this round, puts them in a good position to just keep rolling through for a win. So U5 would really love to put that to an end as quickly as possible. adreN, on the other hand, has an opt for the T side, so that's the first time we've seen him do that on this map. Of course, he was using it on a cache previously and doing pretty well with it, to be honest with you. Definitely looking a lot sharper this event than the last land, as we do see him creeping up towards mid. XP3 is going to be in the area here with the rifle at Banana, trying to get a little bit aggressive here on this smoke grenade, but the terrorists are going to go ahead and exchange fire back. So XP3 just kind of holding position here for now, waiting for that smoke to dissipate and see if he can maybe catch a frag here on somebody. He does, in fact, catch AZK through that smoke there. Looking for more here as he kind of sees Skadoodle floating around there. Going to pop a flash and make the peek. Almost catches a terrorist here, but DaZeD able to react in the nick of time there. So great job there from DaZeD. It's a nice flick shot on there. There is now 3 U5 members at A, 2 towards pit, 1 in library. Warden soloing B. The bomb is actually on Anger towards apartments, so they could very well play into this stack, but actually no, Moses will rotate B, so they will get a 4 versus 2 here at A as DaZeD will try to take it up the port side. Everyone go on port side, in fact, in one balcony. DaZeD does spot one moto. Oh, catches him oblivious, but Storm able to save TM in time. What a great play from Storm, and TM catches a frag too. adreN now in a 1 versus 2. He should get the plant. Oh, I don't know. Moses might be able to catch him right before. No, he does get the plant, but Moses gets the kill. And what a play from Storm. TM was about to get blindsided. He had no idea. He was staring at art side mid from Moto, but Storm saves him from Pit, gets a couple of kills, allows TM to react and get a kill of his own, and all of a sudden, the 4 versus 2 turns into a 1 versus 2 in the favor of U5.
Nobody really checked the top of the balcony, thankfully, because Storm actually never spotted anybody there until he spotted his opponent. I think, like you mentioned, it was EZK that spotted Storm there just at the default bomb plant spot. That being said, from him not shooting on the top of the balcony, nobody really looked up there, so nobody spotted or made any calls that Storm was playing on the top, which actually let Storm get an easy second kill inside the A side as they're pushing 3 aggressively. They've done the same thing the round before. This time adreN's still opping, and they have fallen 2. They have dropped 2, sorry, for United5. Against United5 as now Warden is going to be forced to fall back. So what I was trying to say is the round before they pushed 3 guys aggressively towards that banana, which actually gave a chance for XP3 to push all the way down towards the T stairs and just spam through the smoke to get a few kills. It worked. They tried it again this time, but adreN was still able to get an off this round and got the opening kill before any of the smokes went off before, and that actually forced them to fall back because Storm has actually died at the same time. So the Hall player is actually down as well for United5 on Inferno. That forces TM to try to play Hall and towards truck side by himself, while he does have Moses with him playing towards B site, and Warden is playing towards our library archway, sorry. So it's going to stay calm for now. Moses is going to have to try to hold the B side by himself from New Box, as these guys are slowly creeping up right now. He did hear a pickup, as we did get Anger lurking around right now, as actually TM's going to try to come across to get the kill, but no. Now it's all up to Moses by himself. He's going to counter flash, but a little bit too soon, so gives away his position, gets the first kill, spamming across, but he's going to get picked off, and DaZeD is going to be the one taking him down. And it's going to be 13-8 with a save going on for United5.
Yeah, they tried the 3-man aggression at Banana. You see teams like, in fact, DaZeD does it sometimes on his CT side, but it's also, I think Titan was pretty famous for doing it as well. A lot of teams do it in Europe, to be honest, but usually you see a smoke at the bottom to kind of go along with that aggression. That way you can float players back A and cheat A, basically, because your other 2 members can just keep re-smoking it and basically kill almost the whole round. That time they went without a smoke, like you said, looking for those kills that they were able to get previously. This time it just didn't pan out, and IBUYPOWER able to overpower them in the end and win another round. And it does force U5 in an eco situation. Looks like IBUYPOWER is looking to go A really quickly here. DaZeD already entering, some nade stacks going on Storm, but Storm's just going to press through the smoke anyway. Gets caught, though, by Anger. Anger with a kill on the TM as well. Skadoodle catching Warden on the rotate. And so XP3 is going to be it here, and he's going to fall to AZK as well. And so IBUYPOWER looking like they're close to a game point situation here. They got plenty of money in the bank. Everybody seems to be performing pretty well. So we'll see if U5 can try to pull a bunny out of the hat, so to speak. They're kind of forcing things right now with FAMAS, as they have no choice to prevent that overtime situation. So we'll see if they can do it this time. It didn't happen last map for them.
Yeah, things are looking really tough right now for United5, and the reality of it is maybe it's not going to happen from the way IBUYPOWER has been playing so well here on T side, with the way they've been communicating, the way they've been flashing, the way they've been getting the shots as well when they're trying to take over a site. So they're able to overpower B, they're able to overpower lane. It's just really hard right now for United5 to get things done on CT side. That being said, now the bomb is going to make his way back towards middle on the back of AZK. Actually, he's going to try to creep up and just hold at logs. So I don't know if we're going to try to go for a fake here up at middle. Anger is waiting right now towards the boiler room, possibly waiting for a flash for him to push out towards the right side with DaZeD. And TM's totally blinded around the corner, gets headshotted there. Storm is just around there, and he manages to get a double kill himself, though, with a FAMAS. AZK smoking over for middle for his teammates as well from the bottom of the banana, sorry. But look at that, nobody's really rotating out for United5. They have Warden holding by New Bucks, but XP3 is just roaming from CT spawn to look back towards banana and also towards archway. So can they sell this fake right now for adreN and DaZeD? They spawn him right now. adreN gets the off shot onto Moses. Misses the second one. XP3 was trying to take him down, but DaZeD is inside the library. adreN then picked up by Storm with the FAMAS. DaZeD coming outside the library, headshotted by XP3, and there you go. Warden's going to hear the footsteps from AZK and kills him with an easy headshot from a FAMAS, where AZK only had a pistol out, and United5 stays alive for a 14-9 score.
Yes, right now this half seems like U5 being saved by Storm, at least in a couple of key rounds so far. He's actually double KDR than anybody else on his team right now. Not that stats always matter, but the kills that Storm have been getting are huge. That was a do or die round where he pulls off a 3K. And there was another round where he saved an A hit too with a couple of kills, allowing TM to be saved to get a frag of his own. So Storm's making a lot of plays over here on that A side of the map. He's definitely the key player for U5 right now, just kind of keeping them afloat in situations where they're getting overtaken or overwhelmed. So certainly great play there from Mr. Storm there. We'll see what happens here. It looks like we do have an even gun round for the most part. Some AKs were picked up for the CT side, but they still have a FAMAS on TM. However, adreN does pick up the op yet again, and he's been able to do some pretty good work with it. He's actually been doing a lot better with that op than in the past. As we're looking to see what IBUYPOWER wants to do. The bomb's actually down still by T-Stairs, it looks like. They're just trying to exercise some early control across the map. AZK and adreN are preventing banana aggression right now, while Skadoodle, Anger, and DaZeD are going to be kind of working A a bit. And in fact, it's a stack pretty much for U5 at B. Moses is already starting to cheat over towards that B bomb site through CT spawn. TM and Storm are leaving arch side open, but they're just kind of doubling up towards the pit balcony area. So IBUYPOWER is kind of playing into U5 right now. Moses is already stepping over, so U5 has the best chance they can get here on the initial take, but the kills are just traded back and forth right now. We'll see if Warden can hold, but no, Anger and AZK win, but Moses spared through the smoke, able to get a kill. So it's still a 3 versus 3, but the bomb plant will occur. TM and Storm are rotating. Let's see if U5 can pull out a retake similar to what we've seen from IBUYPOWER. A nice molly going to force adreN outside the new box. Great play here so far from Moses, as Storm and TM also trying to come around right now. Throwing some flashes through the smoke, but Skadoodle is going to catch Moses, but Storm and TM are still up. We do see them trying to press through the CT main area. Storm coming through construction, able to pick up 1 kill on Skadoodle, but adreN still up with the op. It's now a 2 versus 1,
no.
and adreN with that op has been really deadly the past couple of maps. I'm liking how he's looking with it here. Certainly performing to the standards we more normally expect from him, as it's now game point for IBUYPOWER.
That's right, so it's going to be a forced buy here for United5 trying to stay alive. They got to win 6 rounds in a row to attempt to bring this into overtime. And a smarter play right now for Moses and TM is to buy kits instead of flashes in case a miracle happens. And they're able to get things done and get a defuse coming in if it comes down to the wire of the bomb attempted to be defused. And this time they're still trying to play aggressively at the beginning of the round with Warden and XP3, but they don't spot anything in banana. Forced with pistols right now, they were trying to play a little bit more aggressively at middle as well. And they actually have nobody watching towards the hallway either. So they have 2 guys by Bowler side, 1 guy, oh, he's totally blinded. It's Moses running back towards Moto. He's being spammed at the same time, but TM still manages to get a kill to start things off. He's falling back inside the site, but meanwhile, we also have committed towards the A side, towards the archway side right now for T side. Flash coming in, they're all blinded. They're forced to fall back down at middle. And if they go back down, they have one just waiting around the corner, but he wasn't able to line up a kill. And now Moses lines up too, but now Storm is going to be last man stand, but he could get it done. He does have a P250. AZK has 3 HP. Anger has 3 HP. He does hear the bomb going down. Bomb is now planted. Oh, why does he turn around? Misses a few shots. This is down to the wire. You have to land your shots right now for Storm. Now they set up crossfire as well. Flashes are being thrown, so they are dispensing their nades right now for IBUYPOWER, but now they run out of nades as well. They're also playing a ring around the Rosie, so they're forcing Storm to get out of position and be out in the open. He's running across to try to get this kill onto Anger. Gets the kill. 1-on-1 right now. A kit still on the back of Storm. He's pushing across the corner, jumps on the top, gets the kill, comes across.
Ooh.
Does he have enough time for the defuse?
Gonna be a close one. Nope.
He doesn't, and that's going to be it. IBUYPOWER is going to win this one 2 maps to 0 against United5 with the final score of